Hello, Paulette Bernard here from the 65th Force Support Squadron, and welcome to Lajes Now, coming to you today from the aromatic Cafe Bean. Today we're going to talk about the Key Spouse Program, and our guests are Miss Beth Rothrock, welcome.
Thank you.
And Miss Rachel Caranta, nice to see you today. And Sierra Chen, how are you?
I'm good, Miss Paulette.
It's wonderful to have you here. So the Key Spouse Program, what's that all about?
Well, the Key Spouse Program functions officially through the Air Force to help foster a sense of community. The Key Spouses help the commanders and the first sergeants share information with military spouses and their families.
Oh, okay, that's a great definition. Sounds to me like it's all about connections and communication, is that right?
Absolutely. The Key Spouses are integral in making sure that we're getting information out with regards to their military unit or other base-wide helping agencies.
Oh, okay, very interesting. So why is the program important?
The Key Spouses offer a link between the spouses and the leadership. We are familiar with the resources that are available. We are there to help them when they have needs that may come up. For example, if they have a spouse that's deployed or away on a TDY and they have a disaster or something that happens, which usually does when they're gone.
Right.
We can point them to a resource that they may need, even if it's just a simple thing as helping them get to housing maintenance or knowing when to call or whether or not they can call if it's after hours, or just giving them that peace of mind that we can help them get what they need without having to go all the way up to the leadership.
Well, peace of mind. Wow, that's really great. And you are a Key Spouse. So tell me, how did you become a Key Spouse and what interested you in the program?
Well, we were here for about a year before I got into the Key Spouse program. Our previous Key Spouses were both getting ready to PCS, and the commander came around and wanted to know who was interested in the program, and after seeing what they were doing, I thought I would be a good fit for it.
Wonderful. Did you get any training?
Yes, they send you through initial Key Spouse training, which teaches you who you communicate with. They teach you that it's your chain of concern instead of chain of command.
I like that, chain of concern, not chain of command.
And then we also go through the HeartLink training, which teaches you everything a spouse would need to know dealing with the Air Force.
Dealing with the Air Force, of its structure. And
yes, ranks, appropriate attire for formal events, anything you can think of, HeartLink will teach it to you.
Okay, and that is something that you are part of through the Key Spouse program. Now, you are mentors. What does a mentor do?
For us, I think what we do is we kind of help the other Key Spouses at the squadron level, so that if they have a question, say they have a spouse that comes to them with a question that they can't answer, together the spouse from the squadron and the mentors can find out what those resources are and get back to the spouse that may have a question. So we work with them to help them through whatever difficulties they may have.
I see. Okay. Now, if a spouse is new to a base, and that's the way that it seems to happen in the military, how does that spouse know who his or her Key Spouse is?
Well, we have a couple avenues of this information. Many times the commander at their welcoming will let the military member and the spouse know who the Key Spouse is for the unit. Another way that we're doing this here at Lajes is sending out letters back to the spouses that are geographically separated in the States, welcoming them to our units here at Lajes, even though they're not physically here with us. Making those connections and letting them know we care.
It's all about connections, it's all about caring, it's all about chain of concern as opposed to chain of command. I really like that. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to learn about the virtual Key Spouse program. We'll be back in a minute. Stay with us. Hi, Hi, thank you for staying with us. We are going to continue our discussion today about the Key Spouse Program. Ms. Sandy Moore, how are you today?
Just
Community
fine.
Support Coordinator. And Jennifer Gilstrap, you are a Key Spouse, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Bethany Parvin, you are also a Key Spouse.
Yes,
well,
ma'am.
we welcome you. And are you enjoying your coffee here from the Cafe Bean?
Yes.
It's good, isn't it? Okay, so we have some special challenges here at Lajes, and I think what I'd be very interested in knowing is how are we meeting those challenges as it relates to the Key Spouse program?
Well, when our population started shifting from accompanied to unaccompanied, one thing that our Key Spouses felt very strongly about was that the families that are now geographically separated are still our families. And we still want them to know how much we care about them and how much we still want to be a resource for them. Things happen in life. Your car breaks down, a pipe breaks, whatever happens, and it's typically while your spouse is not there to help you figure it out. And so we just want to maintain our ability to be a resource.
And how do you do
them.
that?
That's a great question. That's how our virtual spouse program came about, is we wanted to use technology to really reach back and contact our spouses and have them develop a sense of community with Lajes.
Okay, so virtual spouse program. Is that unique to Lajes? Is it something that we have started here?
Yes, I don't think anybody else has really tried to do it. It's presented some interesting challenges, but our Key Spouses here have found really great ways using social media and things to reach
So Jennifer,
them.
tell us some of those ways that you reach back and talk with spouses who are actually not here with their military member.
Well, the first was trying to send them an introductory email, letting them know who I was, what I do, what we can do for them if they have any questions or concerns. And after that, many of them just befriended me on Facebook, and we started talking and just answering as many questions as we possibly could and try to help them out with their squadron and give them all the resources we had on our island.
Okay, so the spouse is home, not with their husband or wife here, but they still feel like they're part of the military community, military family, because of what you do through the virtual Key Spouse program. So how do you connect with spouses that are back home?
Ours is similar to them. We do send out an introductory email, and then we have a closed Facebook that we invite everyone to, so that way if a spouse doesn't feel comfortable necessarily emailing one person individually, you know, everybody's comfortable with social media these days, so they can just go to the Facebook page and ask the question or ask for any kind of assistance they might need, especially if they're visiting a lot. We get a lot of people that are visiting, and you know, we can, through Facebook or email, we can work. Do you need extra blankets? Do you need a car seat while you're in? Like, you know, help them and make their visit go smoother.
Okay.
I've seen people arrange birthday cakes.
Oh, tell me about that.
Well, you know, if your spouse is here and you're elsewhere and you want them to have a birthday cake or something, I've seen those arrangements made on social media so that somebody can deliver a birthday cake.
Okay, all right. So how do you reach back to the spouses who may not be here? How do you know their names? How do you make those connections?
We just started by just saying hello on Facebook and just sending a message. I even had a spouse request me to take pictures and videos of her husband. Oh. So, which I did, and I sent it to her, and we've been really good friends after that, just sending videos and pictures of their family member that is over here.
That is absolutely wonderful. So what I hear again is it's all about connections. It's all about fostering the sense of community in a way that is friendly, is easily accessible, and you all have a sense of being together and offering that support that is absolutely crucial, especially when we don't have our spouses with us. So thank you so much for the work that you do here, and we appreciate you coming on and explaining to the community about this fabulous program. So with that, and I would like to invite you to join into our tradition and say, Ciao
From
Lajes
Now.
Now.